Okay, let's be real. Playing CS2 in Europe can be a bit of a struggle if you're someone who just wants solid communication and a bit of team play. You know the drill. You queue up, you're hype, drop into some random EU server, and boom, 4 vodka bottle-shaped teammates, no callouts, just shouting in Russian whilst you're frantically pinging the bomb, praying for someone to understand. Now look, I've been playing Counter-Strike for over a decade. It's a game that I love, it's a game that I've been hooked onto, and like a lot of you, I've spent years trapped in servers that I don't want to play in, but not by choice, but because of Valve. Yet, Valve decided that we didn't need a server selector in 2025. That's right, no in-game option to choose the region that you want to play in. If you're in London like me, you're getting shoved into EU Central or East servers every single time.
Please fucking help me, please. I'm fucking begging you, help me, please.
But what if I told you that doesn't have to be the case anymore? What if you could break free and choose where you wanted to play? Whether that's NA East, Japan, China, even Brazil if you're feeling spicy. Well, thanks to a random genius on Reddit, now you can, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. No more language barriers, no more solo queuing in silence, just pure Counter-Strike on your terms. Let's get straight into it. So, it's basically an IP blocking tool, and what it does is pretty simple. It tells CS2 which servers you would like to avoid. In no way are you modifying the game files, you're not touching any system files, and you're definitely not tripping back. It is completely safe as long as you download it from a trusted source. This is where I downloaded it from. I do consider this a reputable source as it does have 78,000 downloads and I haven't encountered any issues so far. I will provide the link in the description below. Only download it from this website. If you're new to GitHub, I understand it can be quite overwhelming. Give us a few minutes, we're going to jump into the download process. It's super easy and super simple. So, all it does is create firewall rules, policies that block certain Valve server IPs from being accessed by your network, which essentially means that when CS2 tries to find a match, it will automatically skip those blocked regions and only search where you've allowed it to. It's like reverse whitelisting. Instead of picking servers you want, you're cutting out the ones you don't want. So for me, if I want to avoid the EU servers, I block all the EU servers. If I want NA only, I leave those IPs open. Now, there is something you do need to know. Sometimes, even if you block the region, CS2 might still route you to an unexpected server. This is because Valve doesn't expose the actual game IPs. They use something called Steam Datagram Relays, which essentially means that your connection gets routed through relay nodes, and sometimes those nodes are the closest available, even if the final server is somewhere else. In short, this tool gives you control, but it's not always perfect. There are variables such as your location, Steam's routing logic, and available relays that still play a role. But for most people, especially for myself, if you do live in the UK or other parts of Western Europe, trying to play on NA East works like a charm. Alright, let's set it up step by step. Okay, now that you have the GitHub website open, you want to scroll down to where it says download and click releases just below it. Once this opens, you want to scroll down to where it says asset and choose CS2 server picker.zip. It's important that you have a zip extractor such as WinRAR. It's free, it's easy to use, and it will help you extract it to your folder. Now, click on this link and it will download. Open this up, and as I have WinRAR, it will open the folder up for me. You want to highlight everything inside and extract it to the folder of your choice. It's important that you choose a folder that you can access easily, somewhere where you can find it. Move everything here and then double click CS2 server picker, it's the application. Do that and it will run in administrator, select yes. Quick side note, you might encounter the Microsoft Defender smart screen prevented an unrecognized app from running. This is because the app requires a registered publisher, which does cost quite a lot of money. It's around 500 US to 1000 US every year. And this has been tested with more than 78,000 downloads. It's not a scam, it's not a virus. Just hit run anyways and it should come up with the server picker application. Okay, now that the application is open, you can see all the servers that are connected to Counter-Strike. If I scroll down, you can see India, Japan, Sydney, Australia, Lima, and London, which is my closest server. It's important to reference the ping on the right hand side, as I feel like that is what everyone's going to be worried about. As you can see, some servers provide a higher ping rate than you should be playing on. So for me, London is my lowest. I can also play on Paris at 11 ping or Madrid at 35. if I queue with a friend who's based in North America, specifically the East Coast, I usually get somewhere between 70 to 90 ping, something that is totally playable. However, I'm required to be in a person's lobby and they need to be the host for me to play on those servers. Without them, without an IP blocker, I'm locked in my region. Now, if I can't connect with my friend, if he's not available and I want to play solo queue, but only in those specific servers, this is where the applications become really, really useful. I can scroll down and choose the servers that give me the best latency without reducing my experience whilst gaming. So in this list here, for me, that's NA East. I will still get fun, responsive games with minimal lag, and most importantly, people who actually speak English and communicate. In this case, I would choose the servers with the lowest latency, and that server being Sterling, Virginia, Chicago, and Atlanta. And I'd still be able to play between 70 to 90 ping because my connection is going directly to the server and not being rerouted. Now, compared to that using a VPN, that would usually introduce much more delay, not just because of the distance, but because of the added encryption and rerouting. Also, please do not connect to servers with high latency. For me, I'm not connecting to LA or Johannesburg or China at 150, 140. I'm just going to lag. I'm just going to ruin the experience for myself and other people, and it's not worth it. I'd say the max you should go up to is 110. So based on wherever you're at, anything above 110, it's not worth it. You can try it if you want, but it won't be fun. You're going to be wasting your time, your friend's time. Just don't do it. Cool. So what we'll do now, we'll go and hit the block all servers because it will be easier to select the servers you do want to play on, as there's quite a long list here. It'll be easier to just unselect them. So I want to select Atlanta, Sterling, Virginia. We're going to scroll down a little bit to Chicago and hit unblock selected. Give it a second. Now we have the servers unblocked. So these are the servers that I'll be connecting to: Chicago, Virginia, and Atlanta. Now what we'll do, we'll head over to CS and then we'll go from there. Cool. So now that we've opened Counter-Strike, you want to go to the top left corner where it says setting menu. Then you want to head over to game, the games tab right here, and then you want to come down to max acceptable matchmaking ping. Now I think by default it's pretty low. You want to increase it to about 110, 120 just so it can show the servers that you selected at the very top. It will come up here: Virginia, Chicago, and Atlanta. Now to test this, what I do is I go to play, hit premiere. We're going to wait for the queues to pop. It's around the same wait time as an EU server, so we'll wait a little bit and then we'll come back to when the queue pops. And just like that, we're connected, and it will tell you, and you know it works when it says game server in US Virginia 83 ping. Now this basically ensures that you're on that server, you're not going to be connected to EU, and yeah, it works. That's the tell. But yeah, that's everything you need to know. You don't have to have the CS2 picker, server picker open all the time. You don't actually need to do anything. You can just load up CS whenever your computer starts. And if you want to change it, you just open up the application, choose what server you want blocked, and then choose whatever one you want open, and there you go. It's all ready. So that's basically it. It's pretty disappointing that Valve haven't implemented the system like this. But yeah, full credit to the guys who made this. This is really good. You're no longer region locked, so yeah. And finally, if I'm being honest, this doesn't mean EU servers are bad, but it does mean we finally kind of have a choice. And in a game like CS, where communication is everything, that makes a massive difference. And it has for me. I've played countless of EU games where the language barrier has been unbearable. So if you're like me, stuck in a region that doesn't suit your playstyle, give this a try. But it's worth noting that every server is going to be different. You're going to encounter people who don't want to communicate, who don't want to play properly, regardless of what server you're in. If this helped you, drop a like, let me know which region you prefer playing in. Subscribe if you want more tweaks, fixes, and underrated CS tricks. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Thanks, and have fun.